Hello. Welcome to another episode of A Ghost in the Magazine. I'm Stef.
And I'm Elle.
I'm Molly.
And I'm Al.
And this week's movie is Final Destination. Okay. I want to start this episode with a story. It's not a ghost story. It's just a fun fact about me. And I've said this before, but I don't think I've said it on the podcast. When I moved to Florida when I was 18. I was just a little baby, and I worked at Universal. I worked in Jurassic Park as a Jurassic Park ranger with the outfit and everything. So sometimes when people call out from other attractions, you get to rescue. So one time I got to rescue as special events. So I looked like a little camp counselor with the special events polo and like khaki shorts. And I got to stand at a door on the Universal lot, guarding the entryway all day, going, stop, you can't go through here, stop, you can't go through here, while they filmed one of the Final Destination movies. Yeah, that's like the most exciting thing that's happened to me. And and the year was 2009. So yeah, and they were using one of the Orlando Lynx buses, but they like put tape over it so that they can make it look like whatever whichever actual city bus they were filming for. So
Dang.
fun fact. Anyways, that was more fun than watching this movie. I'm not mad at it. Initial thoughts?
It's very of its time, but I had a blast. It's not good, but I had a blast.
Very cheesy.
Very.
There was a bit where it just zoomed in on the word terminal.
Yes.
Stars. I was going, what?
You're like, dun, 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 doom.
I just didn't remember the depictions of death being so prolonged and in your face, I guess. And as somebody who has claustrophobia, like the plane thing for me was...
I was wondering about that because Elle's never been on a plane, you guys.
No, I have not, because I'm a
lucky.
claustrophobic. But like that, like being stuck in that cabin and seeing something come at you like that, just fucking like put me out at the beginning. I don't want to see it come at me. I don't want to know I can't get out. I don't want to like feel like I'm trapped. That's terrifying.
So it definitely does say something about the movie and the time that it was made, because the most unrealistic thing about this film is how quickly 200 some odd passengers boarded, got seated, and that plane took off. Because that is not how that works. That is not how that works at all.
This was 99, wasn't it?
It was 2000.
Okay, so this was pre 9/11.
Yes.
But even still.
Yeah.
I've been on an American plane once, and I think it took us, about half an hour to get us all boarded and everything.
Yeah. It's definitely a process. It's even more so now. I'm just thinking about the last flight I took was leaving out, going from freaking Portland to JFK in New York. Nightmarishly long. And nowadays they change the terminals constantly before you can even get on the plane. It's awful. For sure. So like for me, okay, just basic. This unspecial teenage boy has a vision when they're going on a class trip to France. He has a vision of the plane exploding, and he loses his shit, and some people get kicked off the plane, and then surprise, it does explode. So I think that the scariest part, I don't know if it's scary, but like when death decides that you're gonna die, it's like the Reapers in Supernatural. You're gonna die. Mm-hmm. If it's not by the original way, death is going to get highly fucking creative, apparently, to take you out because now you're special. Oh, you evaded me? I have plans for you, because these deaths were crazy.
Yeah.
Death really said, "You're on my shit list now." Actually,
Yeah.
Who do you think you are, bitch?
Yeah, you acne covered teenage boy with
Oh,
no
that-
friends.
Listen,
Like,
the main boy has terrible skin, and it's not in a way that I'm judging him. But why did they do so many close-ups of his bad skin? It's just an observation. You know, like the poor boy watching that back, I'd be like, oh damn, the makeup lady really didn't fuck with me at
not at
all.
all. Not at all.
I'm just a 30-year-old teenage boy with really
You know how
bad
they
skin.
do. You know how old the teenagers are in Hollywood, okay? Didn't we? Allie Larder's in this movie, and she plays the weird, misunderstood artist girl.
Clear. Fucking clear.
Oh, even better, Clear Waters.
I could say her last name was Waters. Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
You guys, it's so unique. Okay, it fits her. It's super unique. You wouldn't understand.
Clear walked so Bella Swan could run. That's
Oh.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that hurt. You guys, I'm still tender from recording last year. Please don't hurt me.
I think like my favorite thing about this cast was the guy who was like fucking mad about everything. Like
Okay.
a guy had a vision. Let me start a fist fight. I'm gonna keep doing a fist fight. I'm gonna do a fist fight again.
This guy had serious anger and control issues. I immediately was like, is this man a Virgo? Strictly to my own people. I'm a lady Virgo, okay? I'm just like, he has a serious issue with control. It can be very traumatic, like the survivor's guilt of that situation. They're just teenagers. Like, I'd be freaked the fuck out, but better believe Alex would be my best friend. Like, all right, well, I'm not leaving your side, buddy. Like,
Just on the off chance that he caused it somehow.
right. Like the FBI thought, and you know what I mean.
Exactly. That is why my best friend.
This angry boy, he literally was mad from start to finish, and then abruptly at the end, they're best fucking friends. I didn't get it. When did you stop being mad? At what point?
Yeah.
Because he was ready to end him, so much so that his girlfriend dumped him right before she got hit by a giant bus.
Yeah. It was jarring. But that was a brief death, and I appreciated that. Where all the other ones were so drawn out. I was like, God damn.
Oh my gosh. Ridiculous.
I guess Al's man wasn't drawn out. He just got
Poor Billy. He did nothing wrong. He was so sweet, and he was such a himbo, and I loved him so much. He was so dumb.
I'm mad about being able to see up his shorts though in that picture behind you. So
Yeah,
This justice for Billy. This is what he deserves.
his spaghetti ass looking thighs. Fuck off.
oh man, not spaghetti.
Uncooked pasta.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. It was just highly sus because it left me wondering the entire time, what's this kid's fucking deal? Why did he get a vision in the first place? And also, why did he not get all the visions? He only got like one other one after that. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Does it? Yeah, I haven't seen all the Final Destinations, but is it ever actually explained why some people like see that they're about to die?
I think so. It's the only other one I've seen is the one that has the tanning bed.
Yeah, is that the
Oh my
second
God.
one?
I think
Because
that's the
one-
third one.
I've seen too many then, because I've definitely seen the second one because I
The
told
log truck.
Still to this day, first the urban legend thing, I always look in my back seat, and second, if I see a bitch with wood on their truck or anything really on a truck, I'm not driving
Yes.
my car. I'm not doing it.
I have a friend who keeps freaking out about the fact I want laser eye surgery because I can't remember which one it is, but someone's getting laser eye surgery and that's like how they die.
It's 2023 and you haven't pissed death off, so I think you're fine.
I
Well-
don't know if I haven't pissed death off.
You would know.
Here's
I haven't had any visions, but
Is anyone around you had
here's my question. Like, even if they tell us, I really want to know the mechanism, because what's the point of saving them if death's just going to come after them with a vengeance? Like, what, you bought yourself a little bit more time?
That's the main question. And watching this movie as an adult in her 30s, the entire time I'm like, I don't really want to live this way. Take me. Just fucking take me. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life outrunning death, especially when they can get you in any way. Anyway.
Yeah, it's similar to like the spirit in It Follows. Is yes, you can outrun it because that motherfucker moves slow as hell, and you can like there are people have like proved theories of like you'd basically just have to like every 16 hours fly from one end of the country to the other because it would just walk and follow you. But then you're living your life with something slow moving behind you, and this death is the same way in the Final Destination movies of like, yeah, you could try to outsmart it, but how long do you want to live? How long do you want weird water to follow you around your house?
I want to be free. Leave me alone. I don't even like the fact that I have an alarm that goes off every day at 4 p.m. to tell me to take my ADHD medication. Okay, that's enough.
Vitamin alarm, allergy pill alarm here.
That's enough. And then sometimes you still don't take it. So like, this is the life.
It's always going to be you going like, it'll be fine. And then like 4 hours later, like, oh crap, I completely forgot. And then you get killed.
Don't forget about it. I don't want to do that. Like, I would say I either want to go Billy's way or I want to go get hit by the bus. I don't want the plane one, and I don't want what happened to the friend. Holy shit!
Yeah,
no, thank you. No fucking thank you. Or the teacher. But the teacher kind of had it coming. I'm sorry. You tell a kid that he scares you, then don't be a teacher if you can't deal with weird kids. Because
all he did was save everybody's life.
Yes.
She is the one that like freaked out when she saw the school logo on the mug though. So she's not all there. Like the way that she screamed and just like yeeted that tea out of the mug. She's just like, nope. I'm like, yeah, you need to go. You need to go.
Get a prescription for Xanax.
Yeah. Some of these performances were like a lot. I was like, that was really dramatic. Everything gets real weird and convoluted at the end or like towards the end. That scene where this guy is in the cabin and he's like, oh, I'm gonna just stay like this forever. Death can't get me, but then death definitely tries. And then all of a sudden he's like, but it's not my turn. How is he trying to kill you then if it's not your turn?
Right.
What are you talking about?
Why would he even care about turns? Like, death is not a finite singular character like that can only be one place at one time. Death is a multifaceted abstract. Why the fuck couldn't it kill them all in different places at the same time? Like, just scattershot these bitches. Like, work smart, not hard. Sorry.
My favorite theory is that Tony Todd is death. Like, Tony Todd's character is death, and he's just screwing with everybody because he thinks it's fun. And with watching his performance in this, I'm like, yeah, I could totally see that because he is acting super like cocky and weird and like doing the whole like boogeyman type of thing. That's I don't know if it's confirmed. That's like my favorite theory I've heard about it because he's such a recurring character. He's only in there. He knows everything that's going on. No embalmer in their right mind would be walking into a room like that without PPE. So he just like appears and doesn't care that these kids have broken in, and he's just like, I'm gonna tell you everything, and I know your name is Alex, and like,
and he's dressed like an FBI agent. He's not dressed like
he's looking fine as hell.
Yeah, Candy Daddy.
But I was so excited when I saw him. I was like, what's Candyman doing here? Okay.
I love Tony Todd so much.
I did at first go, oh, this is an FBI agent that's caught them. I fully thought that. But no, mortician.
Yeah. Can we talk about the fact that one of them's name was Shrek?
What?
It was Agent Shrek.
I didn't even notice.
And I looked at the subtitles and it was SCHRECK, Shrek. And I'm like, please tell me that's not a real name.
Isn't that, there's like a Batman villain called that too, I think.
Probably.
Max Shrek, yes, from Batman Returns. The one with my boy Daddy DeVito.
Daddy
DeVito. Sorry.
They're putting that on the big screen out here like in 2 weeks. And then it gets real like emotional Clear's like, we've never said a word to each other, which is just so, it's weird. And she's like, but when you had that vision, I didn't see it, but I felt it. I'm like, are you sure?
Why
Are
though?
you sure?
She's an empath.
Oh God.
Her name is Clear Waters, and she is an empath.
Oh God.
And then she makes these sculptures, and she's like, you see this sculpture? This is how you make me feel, Alex.
Sorry, I'm cringing.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. And I'm hyper romantic woo woo bitch, and I was like, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes, sis.
They knew each other for all of like 2 weeks, and she's already calling him baby when he like dies and gets electrocuted, and like.
Also, I'm not catching a live wire for no bitch. I'm not doing it.
No.
Unless like, no, I'm not
I
doing
might.
it. I'm not talking about like, oh, that's my person. They weren't dating. I'm not catching a live wire for a bitch.
I'm not doing it for a random, but I'm
For
not
the
living
bitch
in
I
a world
love.
where I can't, you know, be a menace.
For my cat,
So,
maybe.
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
for my
For the
cats or
cat.
for anybody that I'm being a menace towards, because like I'm not made to be bored. I have to, you know.
Go touch live wires.
I mean, I'll go touch a live wire if it means that somebody's going to live that I like need to, you know, be a menace to. That's all I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, but I need a guarantee that they're gonna survive. I'm not.
That's true. That's like I
That's
mean, at
true.
the same time, like I don't want him to be crispy critters and then like be stuck in this boring world by myself. Fuck that. Like I guess we could both be crispy critters.
That
I wouldn't do it unless there was a guarantee that I could haunt them afterwards.
Yes.
I want the scenario where there's not a live wire haunting.
True.
Like,
But
I
want to haunt Zach Baggins is who I want to haunt.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I would scratch that bitch for all eternity.
I
right in the neck.
I think I would haunt Aaron, because Aaron seems like he'd be fun to hang out with. I don't think I could stand Zach for an eternity, but I could do Aaron.
That's true. I see. I'm just thinking about like how much I would want to kick his ass.
Yeah, facts, big facts.
Spectrally.
Well, if you're looking to move, he's hiring full-time security and tour guards at his museum. You could just go
Oh,
do it in person
God.
right now.
I would get
job.
fired so fast. I would get so fired so
Talking
fast.
shit about the boss.
I'd be letting in everyone to go kick his ass. I'd be like, you can come in only if you're
Only
gonna go
if you
beat his
promise.
ass.
Only if you promise to kick him in the kneecaps real quick.
Yeah. Poke both of his eyes out.
I like this movie's ability, because I know I saw it at some point before today, to like make people scared of just anything, like anything at all. It's like that lady, I don't know if you guys read A Series of Unfortunate Events, but one of the people that the kids went to live with, she lived in this rickety house on a cliff, okay, a cliff. But she had the nerve to be afraid of everything. So she's like, oh, there's no stove. You have to eat cold food because it could fucking explode and kill us all. You can't do this, because it was literally this movie. She had all these hypothetical scenarios. She was a terrible, terrible guardian. But that reminds me of.
It's weird because like the logic doesn't make sense, but it's also like they're 17 and they're stupid. So it kind of like worked for it
Mm-hmm.
in a way.
Like he had too much freedom to be running around and like killing himself. Okay, and then that dude had way too many anger problems to be driving them around in his car.
Right?
Yeah. Like, take his car from him. He's not stable.
You've seen this guy try to start a fight over everything. Why would you trust him to drive you anywhere? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like they all got in the car with him, and after he had done absolutely nothing to prove that he was totally fine to get in the car, because he still didn't even believe him at that point. Like if they had a conversation about it, it would have made sense. But he just like, nope, we're just gonna get in the car, and the next thing you know, they're all buddies hanging out in freaking Paris. And
that's not believable. That's the thing I'm the most mad about.
No, especially that soon after
Yeah.
already going through the situation.
You just
And,
get
like,
on a plane?
No,
To
and
the
it's
same
not
place.
a bus like right in front of him. He needs some downtime to like, I don't know, grieve and go to therapy.
Therapy.
This is 2000. Men didn't know what therapy was. Not that they do now, but it was even
No.
less so back then. Yeah.
I
The
bet-
only thing I can think of about the ending is that like maybe they did test audiences and people were like, "Ooh, we want more of this." They're thinking like, "Oh, we could bring these characters back, so we have to bring back crispy fried chicken, and then we have to kill off Carter to make the death still be a thing there and add anticipation for the second one." Because I'm pretty sure Clear dies in the second movie.
That's the only thing that makes
Well-
sense because honestly, why would Death take a break for 6 months?
Exactly. Like nothing happened.
Right.
He had PTO scheduled and he couldn't miss it.
He had to go Candyman in another universe.
Hell yeah.
I mean, don't
Candy
say
Daddy.
saying it, you know what happened.
This was
No.
a lot of people that I recognize from other movies.
Mhm.
But
There's a guy in here. He's one of the kids that dies in the thing, but I don't know if any of you ever watched the TV show Roswell, but oh man, that show had a chokehold on me in my teenage years. It's disgusting. Like I still get roasted about it. But yeah, he plays a character named Michael.
ooh, a Michael.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of the better Michaels that exist in this world because, you know, Michaels are terrible.
They are.
I'll say that on the internet in every episode.
One of the things, if we're going back to the dead kids, if I fucking died and somebody put a shitty ass eagle statue up, I would be pissed.
I was gonna say they have an eagle, which is something that flies successfully. Kids that trying to fly successfully.
What a roast. A posthumous roast. I'd be so you bitches are getting haunted. Fuck y'all. I didn't get to go to college.
I'm gonna be like a supernatural cat. I'm just gonna push your favorite mug off your coffee table.
That's the best kind. That's the best kind of haunting shit. Yeah.
It was a movie.
It was
I
yeah.
had a lot of fun watching it. I laughed so hard.
I just yelled what a lot. It was good to read it, but like now that we've covered it, I'm just gonna put this back. I'm not gonna watch any of the other ones.
Oh, I am absolutely gonna watch the rest of them now. I'm absolutely gonna watch them. I paid for Max. I'm gonna watch the rest of them.
That's a good point.
Them all pop up on the suggestions, and I was like, oh, those are there. Ooh, okay.
How many chuds would you give this?
2.
Yeah.
2.
4. I enjoyed the clownery.
Yeah.
That's fair. I was gonna say I was like kind of going between 2 and 3. Like that's where it kind of just lands at average for me. It's not a bad one. I didn't have a bad time. It was just like not my favorite.
Yeah, same.
I think that my expectations may have been too high because again I started with the third one which had really intense kills and it's like this is the thing that spawned a franchise and this is the thing that was, and so I'm like I was expecting more and it felt very much like a late 90s like teen slasher film. It didn't have as much depth as a movie that has depth as the hunting thing that's going through and causing these issues, and I was like I'm laughing more than I'm paying attention to what's going on and I was expecting so much more, but I had fun.
I forgot it was out of 5, not 10, so I went with answer to 2/3.
Yeah.
Solid 2.5.
Yeah.
Give Billy half of a chud. He needs it.
Yeah, he doesn't have a head.
Yep, for his head.
He was robbed.
I don't
He
want
did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong.
I just don't want to see anything coming towards me. I would rather be just instantly incinerated in the plane. Don't let me see that thing.
Did he see it? It seemed like he was turned away when it hit him. Like, that's fine.
I'm not interested. No,
Is
because
it-
what if my head hits somebody?
I don't care. I'm dead then. I don't fucking know.
I just want to be burned alive instantly.
Well, yeah, if it was instant, but the problem that I had with that plane scene is that shit wasn't instant. They could see the fucking plane break up, and then they saw that fireball coming out, and fuck that right
Yeah.
in the ass. No way.
Only if I didn't see it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just let me black out.
Like the bus. She didn't see the
Exactly.
bus.
Perfect.
The bus
That's
done.
instant.
If anything, Todd's death in the shower is a nice reminder to take your ADHD medication, because that boy was all over the place. He would not have had that many issues had he not tried to shave and tweeze and listen to music and do everything that he was doing all at the same time. I was like, homeboy, you need to chill. Like, you're making me anxious. It's like, that was the most, I think that was the most brutal of the deaths, but it was also
Yeah.
like, you're being stupid. Like, calm down and notice the water that's following you.
But also, like, the water receded after he was dead. Why? Why cover up your tracks of death? Leave it messy.
Why appear as a haunted puddle of water to begin with then?
Right.
Or wind. It's very The Happening. Death acts very much like The Happening, and you all know how much I like hate The Happening and Mark Wahlberg.
Well,
To cover
So,
that.
we should cover that actually. Go ahead,
on.
Molly.
like, the moment I cut myself while shaving, that's the only thing I do. I go straight to bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's me.
Today's been a day. Fuck this.
That's enough.
It's over.
Convenience thing. Oh, that's it. I'm out of here.
I have to take a nap half the time after I take a shower, I'm sure. Because like the hot water makes me tired.
Yep.
I'm such a baby.
They have to try and get me when all I do is sleep.
Right?
Right. It would not be hard for death to find me with how much I sleep.
Yeah, you can find our podcast on the interwebs at ghostinthemagazine.site or on Twitter at GITM Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at WitchXPudding.
You can find me at Nocturnical.
You can find me at nighttime_T.
And you can find me at Maybe Mockingbird.
Okay, bye.